Just a week ago, my legs were heavy anchors, swollen and rebellious. A simple walk from the sofa to the kitchen felt like dragging a pair of ancient stones. Sleeping was an uncomfortable truce, and as night fell, every step resonated, as if it had added years to my tired knees. But today my legs sing a different melody. I didn't visit the doctor. I didn't try unknown potions. I didn't undergo strange treatments. My only alchemy was the application of a humble oil, one that you probably also have forgotten in some corner of your home. And in just 7 days, the metamorphosis began. After 60, life transcends mere appearance. It's about dancing with freedom, without the yoke of pain, without the constant fear of tripping or falling. It's about regaining that ethereal sensation of lightness that we believed had vanished, about feeling in control of our steps again, secure on our own skin. In this encounter, I will unveil the name of this prodigious oil, the precise way to use it, the transformations you can expect, and the science that supports its astonishing effectiveness. And if you stay until the end, I will share with you 3 additional natural synergies that will further enhance its benefits, because caring for our legs is not a vain luxury, but a vital necessity. Doing it naturally with care and consistency can make an abysmal difference. Don't expect a fleeting magic recipe. What I offer you is something deeper and more lasting, a simple habit that can revolutionize your relationship with your body, a ritual of a few minutes a day that will not only make you feel better, but will reconnect you with yourself on an essential level. Now, before continuing, I would love to get to know you a little better. How old are you, and from what corner of the world are you joining us? I long to read your answers in the comments, because this space is built together, and every story, every shared experience adds invaluable worth. Ready to discover the oil that can breathe new life into your legs? Let's begin this journey. When the 6th decade of life embraces us, our legs begin to whisper secrets to us. Sometimes they do it with sharp cramps that interrupt the serenity of the night. Other times, with that persistent feeling of heaviness that accompanies us like a shadow throughout the day, as if we were dragging invisible sandbags tied to our ankles. And occasionally, they simply stop responding with the agility of yesteryear. Climbing stairs becomes a feat, and long walks demand increasingly frequent breaks. But why does this happen? The answer is not univocal. They are a myriad of factors that little by little leave their mark on our bodies. Let's start with circulation. As the years pass, our blood vessels lose that youthful elasticity, which inevitably slows down blood flow, especially in the extremities, like our faithful legs. When this happens, the tissues do not receive the vital oxygen and nutrients they need, which translates into that feeling of deep fatigue, annoying tingling, and palpable weakness. Added to this natural process is a frequent companion in mature age: fluid retention. Our body no longer eliminates excess water with the same efficiency as before, which causes the ankles to swell, the calves to feel tense and hard, and even our shoes may feel tighter than usual at the end of the day. This swelling is not only uncomfortable, but it also hinders movement and exacerbates the feeling of tiredness. And we cannot ignore muscle loss. From a certain age, especially if we do not maintain a regular exercise routine, we begin to lose muscle mass silently and imperceptibly. What was once firmness becomes flaccidity, and what was once strength dissolves into weakness. Without strong muscles in our legs, every daily action becomes a titanic task. Maintaining balance becomes a conscious act. Getting up from a chair requires extra effort, and walking more than a few minutes forces us to seek a rest. Finally, we must address cellular aging. Each of our cells has a limited life cycle, and upon reaching that limit, they begin to function more slowly, to regenerate less efficiently, and to become inflamed more easily. This natural process also affects the tissues of our legs, which lose the ability to recover quickly after an effort, however minimal it may be. Imagine the story of Maria, a 73-year-old woman, always active and vital. However, for some time now, her legs were no longer the same. It was difficult for her to stand for long periods. Sometimes her feet swelled for no apparent reason, and when she lay down, nighttime cramps forced her to get up and walk around the house in the early morning. She had tried expensive creams, had undergone massages, and had even taken supplements, but nothing seemed to provide complete and lasting relief. Until she discovered a solution so simple that at first it seemed incredibly unlikely to work, applying a natural oil to her legs with a gentle massage before bed. It wasn't expensive, it had no unpleasant side effects, and best of all, she could do it alone, in the comfort of her home. After a week, the cramps decreased noticeably. Her legs, although still feeling tired on some days, began to experience a lightness previously elusive, and for the first time in months, she slept through the night without the sharp awakening of pain. This is not a fairy tale or an inexplicable miracle. It is ancestral science combined with the wisdom of tradition, because often the most effective solutions do not come in a shiny pill, but in a daily ritual that reconnects us with the innate intelligence of our own body. Now yes, the moment has come to unveil the name of this oil we have talked so much about, that elixir that, according to what they say, in a few days can help you feel your legs lighter, firmer, more yours. The secret lies in rosemary oil. Yes, as simple as that. Rosemary, that aromatic plant that many of us grow in the garden or keep in the kitchen, is not just a culinary condiment. Throughout history, it has been one of the most precious natural remedies to relieve muscle pain, improve circulation, and stimulate the body gently and effectively. This oil is obtained through the delicate distillation of its leaves and flowers. The result is a liquid with an intense and penetrating aroma, with a slightly woody touch and a revitalizing freshness. An aroma that awakens the senses, and that, when applied to the skin, leaves an initial sensation of freshness that gradually transforms into a gentle and comforting warmth, slowly penetrating the deeper layers. But this is not just a grandmother's tale. The use of rosemary as a medicinal oil has deep roots in cultures as ancient and wise as the Greek, Roman, or Arab. In the Mediterranean region, for example, it was common practice to rub the legs with rosemary oil after a long day of walking or arduous work in the fields. Shepherds and peasants intuitively knew that this ritual not only soothed tired muscles, but also prevented the onset of cramps, annoying swelling, and persistent pain. And today, modern science has confirmed what popular wisdom already intuited. Rigorous studies conducted at prestigious European universities have shown that rosemary oil effectively stimulates peripheral circulation. That is, it helps blood flow more easily in the extremities. This benefit is fundamental for older people, who often suffer from cold, swollen, or chronically tired legs. In addition, rosemary oil contains valuable anti-inflammatory compounds, such as rosmarinic acid and natural antioxidants, that work in synergy to reduce inflammation and relieve accumulated muscle tension. Another revealing study, published in a renowned journal of natural therapies, observed that the regular application of rosemary oil through a gentle massage twice a day for a week significantly reduced muscle pain levels and noticeably improved mobility in elderly people. And there's still more. Its effect is not limited to the physical plane, but also has a positive impact on our emotional well-being. The intoxicating aroma of rosemary activates a part of our brain intimately related to energy and mental clarity. In other words, it not only relaxes your tired legs, but also clears mental fog. It is not a simple coincidence that in ancient Greece, students adorned their hair with sprigs of rosemary when they needed to concentrate intensely. Now, visualize this scene. You arrive home after a long day, take a small bottle of rosemary oil, shake it gently, pour a few precious drops into your hands, and begin to massage your legs with dedication. First your ankles with circular and upward movements, then your calves, caressing each muscle slowly but firmly. The herbal aroma begins to flood the room, creating an atmosphere of calm and well-being. You feel your skin warm gently, how the tiredness begins to dissipate like a morning mist. This is an intimate moment of self-care, a deep reconnection with your own body. It's not just about applying an oil, it's about regaining lost contact with that essential part of you. And best of all, this generous oil has no serious side effects. It is not invasive, and you can use it as many times as your body asks for. Some people prefer to mix it with a little sweet almond oil or extra virgin olive oil to make it even smoother, while others use it directly. A few drops are enough to awaken its magic. In the next part, I will guide you step by step on how to apply this oil precisely to unlock all its benefits, and I will reveal which are the most strategic times of the day to incorporate it into your routine. But before continuing, allow me to ask you a reflective question. How long has it been since you dedicated a few minutes to caring for your legs with true tenderness? Now that you know the secret of this oil and understand the science behind its effectiveness, the crucial moment has arrived: how to use it correctly. Because it is not simply about pouring a few drops and expecting a fleeting miracle. The true power lies in the conscious ritual of care, in that moment, daily sanctuary where you reconnect with yourself, a sacred space where you grant yourself the luxury of caring for yourself with calm and deep tenderness. Let's unfold this ritual step by step. First, the preparation, the sacred moment. The most propitious moment to receive the benefits of this elixir is right after the shower or bath, when your skin, still warm and with the pores delicately opened by the steam, becomes a receptive canvas. Your muscles, sweetly relaxed by the embrace of the water, are more predisposed than ever to absorb its goodness. If the daily routine prevents it, at least make sure your skin is impeccably clean and completely dry before beginning this act of self-love. Hold the bottle between your hands for a few seconds, allowing your vital heat to gently warm it, or bring it closer to a subtle heat source, such as a towel fresh from the dryer. This caress of heat will make it even more pleasant to the touch and facilitate its deep absorption into the skin. Now yes, the application, a conscious massage. Pour 5 or 6 drops of this natural treasure into the palm of your hand and rub them gently, awakening their latent warmth. With this warm nectar, begin the massage on your ankles, drawing upward circles with firm but gentle pressure, like a caress that awakens circulation. Ascend slowly along your calves, caressing each muscle with smooth but decisive movements until you reach the back of your knees. Then return along the front of your leg, tracing the tibia with the same dedication. The key lies in this always upward movement towards your heart, stimulating blood flow and helping to release the possible fluid retention that often robs us of lightness. Upon reaching the thigh, pause a moment longer, dedicating special attention to this area that often, without us noticing, accumulates deep tensions. Perform long and enveloping movements as if you were embracing your leg with each gentle stroke. Imprint a slow and conscious rhythm on this ritual, breathing deeply, because your breath is also part of this healing in motion. Dedicate between 5 and 7 minutes to each leg. There is no hurry. Transform this moment into an active meditation, a silent dance between your hands and your body. The magic frequency. Unlocking real results. To perceive significant changes in a short time, the ideal is to pamper your legs twice a day for at least 7 consecutive days. Once in the morning, to infuse them with energy and vitality from dawn, and again at night, just before slipping between the sheets to release the weight accumulated during the day. After this first week of awakening, you can continue applying it once a day, listening attentively to the needs of your body. For many people, this act of care becomes an inseparable part of their daily routine, as essential as washing their face or brushing their teeth. Potentiating the transformation. Additional secrets. Do you long to further intensify the benefits of this ritual? Here are some ancestral and modern secrets. First, after the caress of the oil, elevate your legs. Simply lie down on your bed or sofa and place some cushions underneath so that they are slightly above the level of your heart. This simple gesture will facilitate venous return and multiply that much-desired feeling of lightness. Second, if your legs feel particularly fatigued, you can apply a warm compress after the massage. The synergy of moist heat with the revitalizing properties of rosemary will intensify muscle relaxation and allow its precious active principles to penetrate even deeper into your skin. Third, accompany each movement of your hands with deep and conscious breaths. Inhale slowly through your nose, counting to 4, and exhale gently through your mouth. Perform this rhythm while your hands dance over your skin. You will notice how this vital breath not only relaxes your legs, but also calms your mind, creating an oasis of inner peace. And one last piece of advice, the most valuable. Immerse yourself in this ritual without distractions. Turn off the television, silence your phone, find a quiet corner where only you, your hands, your body, and your breath exist. Allow this moment to become a small sanctuary of calm in the midst of the daily hustle. Now that you know the art of applying this oil correctly, I long to share with you the wonders you can expect if you surrender to this care for 7 consecutive days. Because yes, a week can make a palpable difference, especially if your legs have been communicating their heaviness, their stiffness, or that feeling of disconnection with your own body for some time. Let's walk together, day by day, through the transformation that many people experience when they allow themselves the gift of caring for themselves with something so simple and deeply powerful. Day 1. The awakening of touch. The first application is a sensory awakening. You perceive the fresh and herbal aroma, the comforting warmth of your hands, the intimate connection with yourself. You may not notice a drastic physical change immediately, but you already feel an emotional relief, the satisfaction of doing something intentional for your well-being. And that in itself is an invaluable treasure. Day 2. The silent response. Your legs begin to respond to your attention. It is possible that the swelling that used to appear at the end of the day decreases slightly, or that you notice a more restful sleep, the result of more relaxed legs. This is the day your body begins to trust that you are finally listening to it attentively. Day 3. The revealing surprise. The surprise begins to blossom. You walk through your home and suddenly you realize that your feet do not drag as much. Your step feels lighter and more fluid. Those sharp nighttime cramps, if they were your usual companions, may begin to space out or even disappear completely. It is subtle, but undeniable. Day 4. The skin that shines. Your skin transforms. If it previously felt rough or dry, it now reveals a new elasticity, a natural glow that radiates health. Some people even notice a slight decrease in the appearance of cellulite or small spots, a gift from the improvement in microcirculation and the deep hydration that the oil promotes. Day 5. Confidence regained. An unexpected but deeply valuable feeling emerges. Confidence. You feel more secure when walking. Perhaps you climb the stairs without thinking about it so much. Your legs no longer feel like a heavy obstacle, but like a living and strong part of your being. Day 6. Movement born from within. Your body urges you to move more, not out of obligation, but out of an intrinsic desire. A short walk to the corner, an extra set of gentle exercises, standing for longer without the compelling need to sit down. The oil works its magic, yes, but your renewed attitude also plays a crucial role in this dance of well-being. Day 7. The visible transformation. You contemplate your legs and perceive a tangible difference, not only in how they look, but fundamentally in how they feel. They are lighter, less swollen. It is not an instantaneous miracle, but a real and palpable transformation. And most importantly, now you know that you can continue to improve, that this care was not a superfluous luxury, but a vital necessity. Now then, each body is a unique universe. If you suffer from a severe circulatory condition, lymphatic problems, or reduced mobility, the transformation process might be a little slower, but this does not mean that it does not work. It simply indicates that your body needs a little more time and patience to respond to this awakening. Some people experience noticeable changes from the first day, while others need a little more perseverance. The essential thing is consistency, and above all, paying attention to the signals your body sends you. And if at any point doubt assails you and you think this is not working, pause for a moment and remember, you are breaking years of possible neglect, of disconnection, of passive habits. You are awakening the dormant energy in your legs, and that deserves respect and time. I want to share with you the moving story of Teresa, a 78-year-old woman who wrote to us recently. She recounted how she had given up her daily walks for fear of falling. Her legs ached, and she felt they did not respond to her. One day, her granddaughter gave her a bottle of rosemary oil and taught her how to apply it. Teresa began with skepticism, thinking, this is nonsense. But on the third day, she noticed something different. She got out of bed and did not feel that heaviness that forced her to sit down again. On the 5th day, she went out to her garden and spent more than 20 minutes pruning her beloved plants. On the 8th day, she called her daughter excitedly, "Today I walked without fear." It was not just the oil, Teresa said, moved, but about feeling alive in her body again, about regaining that small control, that simple pleasure of moving her. Legs without pain being the protagonist, and just like Teresa, you too can regain that power. In the next part, I will reveal to you how to further enhance the results of this wonderful oil with some simple, natural, and deeply effective habits. Because when you combine external care with internal well-being, the transformations not only appear but remain vibrant over time. Now that you know how to apply the oil, how it acts on your body, and what to expect in the first few days, I want to talk about something even deeper, something that is often overlooked when we talk about, for your legs, it is an act of profound presence, a beautiful way to return to yourself. Allow me to ask you a simple yet revealing question. When was the last time you touched your legs with tenderness, without haste, without shame, without judgment? Not to apply a cream quickly, not out of mere routine. I mean touching them with the same delicacy with which you care for your face, with the same caress you dedicate to something you truly value. It is curious how, over time, we stop touching parts of our body that support us day after day. We walk, we lean on them, we carry the weight of life, and yet our legs often feel forgotten, almost invisible. We look in the mirror for wrinkles, but we rarely stop to feel the fatigue in our legs. We worry about the smoothness of the skin on our neck or hands, but we ignore the tension that silently accumulates in our thighs or knees. And here lies a powerful truth, something that very few mention: the simple act of touching, of massaging, of giving yourself conscious attention, has the power to transform how you feel about yourself. When you apply the oil, you are not just activating circulation or relieving physical pain, you are also awakening your nervous system in a very special way. Conscious touch stimulates nerve endings that send a direct and comforting message to your brain: I am here, I am taking care of myself, I am alive. And this simple acknowledgement changes everything. Numerous studies show that physical contact, even self-contact, has the ability to decrease stress, lower blood pressure, and raise self-esteem. Why do you think a hug comforts us so much? Because our body longs to feel embraced, and when there is no one else to offer that embrace, you yourself can provide it. It is no exaggeration to say that a daily massage can strengthen your emotional well-being as much as the physical, because in every rub, in every gentle pressure, in every circular movement with the oil, you are sending a message of self-love, of unconditional acceptance, of deep respect towards your body as it is today. This transcends age. It is not about superficial aesthetics, but about an essential connection. An 83-year-old woman recently wrote me words that resonated deeply in my soul. I never thought my legs still deserved attention. I was ashamed to look at them. But since I started massaging them with this oil every night, I feel something different. It's not that my legs have changed drastically, but that I have transformed the way I see them. This testimony moved me, because, as the years advance, many older people, especially women, feel that their body no longer deserves to be touched, cared for, or celebrated. And this is a profound fallacy. Your body deserves love every day of your life, even or especially when it needs it most. This small habit may seem simple, but at its core it is an act of silent rebellion, a declaration of dignity. It is saying, to age, I will not allow you to disconnect me from myself. I will not stop caring for what sustains me. These legs have brought me this far and will continue to carry me as long as I honor them. In the next part, I long to show you how to complement the use of this wonderful oil with some natural practices that will enhance its revitalizing effects, from small restorative exercises to comforting infusions and simple postures to activate circulation. But before continuing, I invite you to take a moment to look at your legs with sincere gratitude and say to yourself, they deserve much more than tiredness. They deserve care, tenderness, and deep respect. Let's move forward. So far, I have told you about a main oil with the potential to transform your legs in just 7 days. However, the generosity of nature provides us with an even wider range of options to relieve, strengthen, and revitalize our lower limbs. Today, I want to introduce you to 3 powerful alternatives, each with unique properties that might resonate even more with you. And best of all, they are accessible, natural, and extraordinarily easy to incorporate into your care routine. Let's discover them together. First option, arnica oil. Arnica is a plant with vibrant yellow flowers that has been a treasure of natural medicine for centuries, especially in the traditions of Europe and Latin America. This oil is an exceptional ally for those who suffer from persistent inflammation, frequent bruising, or muscle pain that limits their movement. Its potent anti-inflammatory and analgesic properties make it a star remedy for relieving the feeling of heaviness and discomfort in the legs, especially after physical exertion or in cases of minor injuries. A gentle massage with arnica oil can help reduce swelling, improve circulation in the affected area, and accelerate tissue recovery. It is important to remember that arnica oil is for external use only and should not be applied to open wounds. Second option, cypress oil. With its fresh and slightly woody aroma, cypress essential oil is a treasure for vascular health. Traditionally used to improve circulation and strengthen blood vessels, this oil can be a great ally if your legs feel cold with a tingling sensation, or if you suffer from incipient varicose veins. Its astringent and vasoconstricting properties help to tone the veins and promote more efficient blood flow, which translates into a feeling of lightness and vitality in the legs. To use it, you can dilute a few drops in a carrier oil, such as almond or jojoba oil, and massage your legs with upward movements. Third option, peppermint oil. Peppermint, with its refreshing and stimulating aroma, not only awakens the senses, but also offers remarkable benefits for our legs. Its high menthol content provides an immediate cooling sensation that can relieve heaviness and muscle fatigue. In addition, its analgesic and anti-inflammatory properties can help soothe mild pain and reduce swelling. A gentle massage with diluted peppermint oil can be especially comforting after a hot day or after standing for a long time. The cooling sensation revitalizes tired legs and promotes better circulation. Now more than ever, you deserve to treat yourself with that respect, with that unconditional love, with that full attention that you have so often offered to others. Before looking for expensive and complex solutions, before surrendering to frustration, return to the essential, to the natural, to what your grandmother knew, to what wise hands already used, to what your skin recognizes effortlessly. A pure oil, a touch of gentle warmth, your own hands as healing tools, and a few minutes dedicated exclusively to you. This simple act can be the beginning of a new stage, a rebirth in the way you relate to your body. So tell me, are you going to experiment with any of these oils? Have you ever used natural oils to care for your legs or any other part of your body? Do you have any family secrets, any recipe passed down from generation to generation that has brought you relief? Leave your experiences in the comments. I will love reading them, and above all, it will fill me with joy to know that after watching this video, someone has decided to touch their legs with respect and deep tenderness again. Thank you for joining me on this journey of discovery, for listening attentively, for feeling with your heart, for being here, present, and always remember, no matter your age, you are always in time to walk with more lightness. Until next time.